Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review of Batman The Knight #1. Here we can see some variant covers, very cool. Nice to see Greg Capullo doing a cover again for Batman. I've been waiting to make this video for a little while. I read this a couple weeks ago, very excited. I think Chip Zdarsky's been really nailing everything they've been working on. Especially, I've been reading a lot of Daredevil, so I'm excited to see a little Batman story. So let's talk about the team, and then we'll get into the story here. So this book is written by Chip Zdarsky with art by Carmine Di Giandomenico, Ivan Plascencia on colors, letters by Pat Brosseau. And like I mentioned, we have a variant cover by Greg Capullo and Jonathan Glapian. And then we also have another variant by Gerard Perel. So yeah, very cool, very cool. So this book, this is the origin of Batman and his never-ending fight against crime in Gotham. It's a modern telling of the mythology. But what about the story in between? How did angry, damaged young man grow into the most accomplished detective crime fighter in the world? And how did the Dark Knight begin? So here's another retelling, but it really focuses on not so much, death of Bruce's parents, or even some of the time that we see him in year one. It really fills in a lot of the gaps, and I really enjoyed this book, and I'm looking forward to sharing some of it with you. So here, let's take a look at a little bit of art. I think Carmine Gian Domenico is a fantastic artist, so I'm really excited to see him on a Batman book. They recently had a book come out through Image, which we also reviewed in the channel. Go check that out if you haven't. So here, let's take a look at some pages here. Very dark, very grim. Alfred taking young Bruce home after the night of his parents' murder from the police station. And look, Batman, or Bruce in this case, in this book, he's a young, angry boy. And it kind of reminds me of there was a Batman Origins video game where there was a little trailer where Batman kept falling, or Bruce, he kept falling over and over again, and he had this angry look on his face. It was directed by Tim Miller. Kevin Smith talks about it all the time. It's constantly like I constantly watch it because it's just such a good encapsulation of that anger, and all the stuff that Batman's going through in his head. So I think that book is going to be a reflection, or this book is a little bit. It gives me that same feeling, that flavor, especially as we kind of see the art. We then move on to a session with Hugo Strange. Uh, I really like that there's a lot of shadows, and this is a very dark looking book as far as like the characters obscured here to kind of illustrate. At least to me, it feels like it's the way that we don't really know Bruce. This is a new Bruce that we need to bring into the light, and then we move forward to a fight in the playground. Um, in Gotham Academy. So it's just a really good storytelling. I don't have a lot of pages to preview because I don't want to go into many spoilers, but I'll show this last page here with Alfred as they're walking into the mansion again. I love the look of the mansion; like it really makes it feel massive. And then as we head inside with Alfred, I have this one last few panels, and that I kind of broke up. This is all one page together, but the relationship between Alfred and Bruce is it's a little bit fractured because Alfred doesn't know how to cope with a young boy that is so angry and full of all these feelings. Right, that's why he's going to therapy with Hugo Strange, or at least that's what we think. He's going to therapy. Stay tuned for that. They introduce a childhood friend as well for Bruce, and then this whole task of refilling the library with books of knowledge. So I love that concept. It's a really interesting way to tell a story. So overall, I love this book. I can't wait. We know that it's going to be a mini series, so I'm really looking forward to, getting a little bit more, getting to all the parts that we're going to see here. We're going to get 10 issues of this, so I'm excited. I'll be covering it on the podcast as we kind of go through this stuff. But in the meanwhile, let me know if you read this book, if you have any feelings or comments. What else are you reading by either Zdarsky or Gian Domenico? or anybody else working on this book. What other DC books you like us to talk about? As a Batman fan, if you follow the channel for a while, I'll be covering a lot of Batman stuff. I really love the Batman books. Matter of fact, this week the books that we are reviewing, they're all Bat family related, and I do apologize for that bias, but I really like to focus on the books that I'm more likely reading. So, but if you guys have any more books you want me to check out, DC's been gracious enough to let us read a lot of the stuff in advance. So maybe we have something else we can check out. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, leave us a comment, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, stay tuned. We have more comic reviews. We have more trailer reactions, TV recaps, and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.